Hello, and thank you so much for tuning in to On the Go with Amy Jo. I am really excited today because I have a young lady with me who has a most phenomenal story. She is an actor, she's an activist, and she was also a model. So stay in your chair, don't go anywhere. Welcome to On the Go with Amy Jo. I am so happy to have the opportunity to be in your living room today as I sit down with Miss Toni Vaz. She has a most interesting story, and I'm sure you're going to be surprised, shocked, and you're also going to applaud her because she has done some great things. So Toni, thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
It is truly a thrill to meet you and have the opportunity to sit down and just talk about your life, some of the things that you've experienced. And I think we should take them all the way back to the beginning. And let's start in 1948. What were you doing in 1948?
Well, 1948, I was still in New York, and my sister and I became Branford models. So I was a model that started in 1948.
Okay. And was that special at that time, or was it just normal? Were there lots of black models at that time?
Well, that I know of, there weren't any, but there was a Branford Models. They're the ones who started out, which was a black modeling agency. And it was very successful at that time. So I did a lot of magazine stories in those days.
Okay. And when you say magazine stories, you mean what?
I meant stories like, well, being in those days, you know, for a black model was pretty hard, especially in my color. My sister was a very fair person, so her modeling job was different. She could do advertising for the hair and the makeup and things. My thing was in the magazine. It talked about my being a killer, my being a prostitute, my being a fighter, and those are the type of magazines I did. The magazine was called Sepia Magazine. 1948.
And so what do you mean they talked about you being a killer and a prostitute and all of that? What does that mean?
That was the name of the stories.
Oh, okay.
That was the stories. They would take a story where they talk about, you see me in one of the magazines choking a lady. Another magazine, here I'm in the hallway, I'm flirting with a guy, you know.
Oh, so those were the types of roles that you were cast in for the print. Okay, I see. Okay, I thought maybe there's something I didn't know about you.
Keep talking.
Always something exclusive on my show, you know. But so the modeling career went great for you. And so how many years did you do that?
Maybe about 3 or 4 years.
Okay. And then you transitioned and started doing what?
Well, I left New York and came to California. I started being a movie extra in the business in 1951. I started then.
Yes.
And that's what I started doing as a movie extra.
And I think that's really interesting because back in that era, in the early 50s, there weren't many black people that were in the movies. I mean, really, from your recollection, like how many?
Very, very few. You had 1 or 2 doing shows, especially in the African movies, you know. We had like Watusi and Tarzan and the ape and the, you know, and the cowboy in Africa, you know.
Okay, well, I want to share with everyone. Here's a photograph of the Tarzan movie, and this is you right here, right?
That's me.
And so how did you end up being an extra?
Well, it wasn't easy. Actually, I had a girlfriend, and her boyfriend was an actor, so he had to go out for the interview. But me and his girl went out for the interview. He did not get the part, so the director said, would you girls like to work in a movie? And I was just visiting then because yes, and I said, work in a movie? He said, yeah. I said, of course. So that's how I started being a movie extra. No training, no nothing. I had to learn everything as I went along.
Just walk in.
Just walk in.
Well, you had some very amazing experiences being an extra, and I want to talk about just a few of those. In that movie Tarzan, there were kind of some tricks played on you. What were some of the things that happened?
Well, there were quite a lot of tricks because they played the game on us because we really didn't know what was going on. Say we were told to run down the road because they had the scene looking like it was the jungle. So we were running down the road, but they forgot to tell us a lion was running behind us.
A real lion was running behind you.
Was running behind us.
Okay, Las Vegas. I mean, so sometimes you look at movies and I think, wow, that was like great acting, but it really wasn't necessarily acting. You were running for your life.
We were running for our lives, okay? And then it was, it was things like that. They played the different tricks on us, and different other kind of stunt works that I did. They were all tricks that were played in those days.
Wow.
That's why we had no professional people working as stunt people then. Later on, we had a stunt group that came in, and they tried to show us how to work to do the different stunts, and that's how we had to learn. We had to learn ourselves.
Well, you also told me about a certain film that you guys were making during the filming of Porgy and Bess. So tell us a little bit about that, and I've got a photograph of that right here.
Well, that was interesting. Porgy and Bess, I worked with another girl. We were doing a scene. The scene had to do with Sidney Poitier and Sammy Davis. There was a big fight scene going on at that time. We were told to be looking out a window, and it was supposed to be a big thunderstorm. Yes. And we're looking out the window. That's how the director placed us. Sure. But we did see the guys working on the side, how they were cutting the wood, the banister, but we thought they were just building the stage. So then when the director called for us, which was Otto Preminger, which was a very rough director, he said, now when I say action, I want you girls to lean out the window. Yeah. We said, okay, well, we could do that. That's nothing. You look out the window, lean out the window. So when he said action, we lean out the window. But we didn't know what the guy was doing before. He made the banister very loose. We fell out the window. So we fell down like quite a distance. We fell on a mattress and the wet. It was a wet mattress and everything. And all they gave us, not money in those days, they gave us a shot of brandy. So. Okay, wait a minute. Stop just a second. That seems just incredulous. Yes, it was. You were working as an extra. You didn't get paid money. They risked your life, and then they gave you a shot of brandy for that? We would get paid for working for the day, maybe it was about $25 a day in those days. Right. You see, but here we're doing a stunt work for them, and they didn't pay us. And they didn't even really tell you that it was stunt work. The window was going to give away, and we're going to come flying out the window. Oh my goodness! But it was a good take, they said. Well, yeah, I would imagine so. You get some real life, looks on your face, and they got it. They got what they wanted. Wow! That's not the first time. Okay, well. What happened with the Poseidon Adventure? You worked in that. And I'm just naming some of these so that the viewers can understand. These are movies that all of you have seen, but I think it's so interesting to capture some of the inside scoop on the backside. Well, on the Poseidon, again, I'm working as a movie extra. That was my job, okay? But they sent me out to do stunt work without telling me. Here I'm working with nothing but stunt people. And there was a big fire scene and a big blast. That's when the ship was turning over. So I got involved in that. But I did not get hurt, but the girl behind me, she ended up with 11 stitches on her arms. That's how dangerous sometimes it was. But they were stunt people. Yeah. And amazing. That is truly amazing. Yes. Well, I'll tell you what. I need to take a break, catch my breath from that information. And when we come back, we'll talk about some more of the fantastic life that you've had. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Lachey Johnson, the event expert. Today I'm going to be talking about how do you recruit. If you are a foundation or you are a chapter, a local chapter, these are some little tips, things that you can do to increase the size of your membership. So we're talking about recruiting. What can you do to recruit? I suggest that you throw little small parties. So I know every month or every quarter you have your individual or your group meeting. What about doing some small, intimate meetings? Like have a coffee, have a tea where you can challenge each other. So like, for example, this is the month of June, July, or August. You can say whoever bring in the most guests will receive this. So try to get one of your sponsors to donate you dinner for two or a spa package, and then whoever brings in the most guests at your next meeting, they will receive that prize. So again, this is Lachey Johnson, your event expert.
Preventing child abuse, treating and educating kids, helping parents. Olive Crest, changing lives through the power of family.
Excellence is not found in the grand moments, but in the small day-to-day efforts. Customer service endures long after the prices change. Call Colleen for all your insurance needs at 702-399-2227.
As for me, I'll catch you when you fall. Catch you when you fall.
your business card to your complete marketing package, we can get you the lowest prices and the highest quality available on everything you print, market, or mail. To make your first impression a great impression, call Ideal Image at 702-505-1310. If you're tired of trying to lose weight, wait no more. HCG is one of the best ways in which people can lose weight rapidly and, most importantly, safely. HCG has been formulated into inexpensive drops rather than through the painful and expensive series of daily injections. For more information on how you can lose 1 to 2 pounds a day, call us at 888-803-7661 or check out our website at www.yourhcgweightloss.com. The Corner for Success Charitable Foundation presents the C4S Girls Club. It's a 14-week life skills program for girls between the ages of 9 and 14. It's a fun place where girls can learn how to deal with peer pressure and avoid drugs and alcohol and teen pregnancy and much, much more. Check out our website at www.c4sfoundation.org. For more information, give us a call at 888-803-7661.
That break was too long for me. I can hardly wait to hear the rest of what Toni has to say. If you missed the first part of this show, we're talking about real life drama, being a stunt woman, living in Hollywood, all of the amazing things that have happened to you. And look at you. How many years young are you?
Well, the end of this year, December 11, I will be 89.
That's not possible. Yes. That's not possible. You do. You look so young. So what do you attribute that to?
Maybe the lion chasing me or running.
Okay. Well, speaking of lions chasing you, that reminds me of a movie, Lions, Tigers, and Bears. It was almost that bad. You were telling me something about a gorilla story. What was that all about?
Well, and one of the movies we had, I was called out on the set, and I was given a baby to hold, but it was standing next to a cage where a gorilla was in there. So I'm so busy watching the camera we're watching the director. But he kept saying, get closer, closer, closer. I'm getting closer to the cage. There was a gorilla in the cage that was reaching out at that time.
Oh my.
So that was the end of that scene.
Okay. And I'm just amazed that they were able to put your lives at risk, and really there was no, I don't even know what to say. I'm kind of at a loss of words. There was nothing that was going to happen to them. They could do just whatever they wanted.
Well, see, in those days, they did not pay the black people too much attention because we didn't have that many working in the business at that time.
Yeah.
You see, so they took advantage and they made their money off of us, and which was good. There was one show which I did, which I worked with a Debbie Reynolds stunt girl. Okay. Again, I went out as a movie extra, but I'm doing stunts, riding with her in a Jeep. I'm the one who ended up with the gash on the leg, and not her stunt person. I got paid $40, and the stunt girl got paid $350. That's why we were so happy when the Stuntman Association came and started looking out for us.
Yes, and about a week or so, we did have a couple of individuals from that association came on, and they talked about their story. But I'll tell you what. Don't tell them I said so. Yours was so much more exciting.
Please tell them that. Thank you.
I know, I'm going to get phone calls. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Well, let's go on to another phase of your life. Yes. Being a stunt woman actually is very incredible. But you went to an activist role, and you started working with the NAACP, and that was back in the early 60s. So what was that like, and what was that about?
Well, I joined the NAACP, and they formed a new branch, which is called the Beverly Hills branch. That probably was made up of people in show business. All right, so then we had a president. Our first president of the Beverly Hills branch was called Don Olankos. He wanted to show what the branch could do, so he gave me a committee to work on. He gave me a committee called Coordinating Committee, and another one was called the Freedom Fund Committee. And then he called a meeting to see what we could do. So I went in there. I had nobody on my committee. It was just me. I did ask one or two of my friends, but everybody was busy at the time. Nobody wanted to be a member right then. So I went in by myself. So I gave an idea what I thought I would like to do for fundraising. And I thought of making the image of the black person a little better, because working in the African movies and then knowing about Stephen Fetchit and Amos and Andy and things on that order, it was time to change the image of the black person.
Yes.
So my idea was, let's change the image, and that's how the word Image Award came up in the business.
Oh, so the NAACP Image Award, you had a lot to do with that.
I'm the one who created that award.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yes, it is.
Well, that's something that is going to be a legacy for you, and it's continued on even down to this day.
I hope so.
Yeah, no, actually, I mean, I look forward to that every year and hearing who the winners are and who is being honored.
Yes.
So I think that's something that's really big.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And so tell me about this book.
There was a writer there. Her name was Catherine Fairbanks, and she lives in Washington D.C. Here she was doing a book about all the African Americans in show business. So she found out about me, and she called me, and you'll find me that I am listed in that book. Not only that, I have 2 pictures in that book.
Okay. You know I want to find those pictures. Do you know where they're at?
Yes, I do. Would you like me?
Absolutely.
Let me see if I can find them. Okay.
And one of the reasons I enjoy interviewing people such as yourself is because there are so many stories that haven't been told. There's so much information that people need to know about. And I really do thank you for coming on and sharing a piece of your life with us.
Well, thank you for having me. Now, here's one picture here.
And I want to hold this up so my
okay.
viewers can see it. And we'll do it just like this. How about that?
This had to do with the singing nun. I did this.
Singing nun?
The singing nun.
Okay.
I did a stunt work for Juanita Moore, and that's me here.
Okay.
And there was, I'm sure you know who this guy is.
Mr. Ed Sullivan.
Mr. Ed Sullivan. Okay. And then there's another picture in the book where I have a picture with.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find that. There it is.
Very
There's
good.
a picture there with Lou Gossett.
Oh, okay. And so why were you taking a photograph with him here?
Because I did appeared at one of the NAACP meetings, and he was there. So you know how you take pictures with the different actors,
Sure.
like that. And so they do have an article in the book under the title NAACP about my creating the Image Award.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Well, what other delightful things would you like to share with us today about your life? It's really been an incredible life, and people are only getting little bits and pieces of it. But I'd like you just to share something you'd like people to know about you.
Well, before we go into that, can I show you this book also?
Sure.
In 1963, this is the first integrated black book that for black students that you had in school. I know you'll find it in the school in California. I found this one in Mississippi, you know, and it shows integrated kids. In my days, in the early 40s, the 30s, when I went to school, we knew about Sambo. We didn't know about being integrated with other races, and this is a very, very important book.
Out of the way, and I hope my viewers can see this. And so this was a book that was in like a grade school book.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
And it actually shows Caucasian children, black children.
Yes, it did.
All that.
That was the first integrated school book they had.
That's exciting, and to be a part of that. And so, who's this in the picture here?
Oh, all of these are just all of the different kids. But you'll find me back here. You'll find me on the cover. Then you'll find me back here cooking, which I don't know how to cook. But
No, you.
there I am. This is supposed to be my family.
Oh,
you know.
okay. So you posed for that. That's very nice.
And on the cover.
That's great. Perfect. Well, let's take a quick breath. When we come back, we're going to talk about a few more things about your exciting life. And I want you to share all of that with my audience.
Certainly.
Okay.
Thank you.
Stay in your chair. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with great things. But first, we'll have the Cruise Corner.
Hi, I'm Kevin here at Cruise Holidays of Summerlin, a certified cruise vacation specialist. It's a lot of fun to travel on a cruise with your significant other, but you also see people on cruise ships traveling amongst a large group. More commonly, a family reunion, especially when great-grandma and granddad are celebrating a milestone like their 65th wedding anniversary. Companies and corporations and businesses are also finding cruises to be very accommodating for their business function needs, such as conferences and conventions. Many businesses will also use this as an opportunity, as an incentive for their employee with the most sales. I'm Kevin here at Cruise Holidays of Summerlin. We thoroughly enjoy booking on-board weddings. Yes, you can get married on board of a cruise ship. Come by and see me to book your group or business function on board of a cruise ship.
Winsome West Apartments. We're right where you need to be. Our community is close to schools, shopping, great restaurants, and has easy access to bus lines. Stop by to view one of our spacious and affordable apartments. We've got all the amenities you're looking for. We're located at 5050 Duneville, right off Tropicana between Jones and Decatur. Can't stop by? Give us a call at 364-1236. That's 364-1236. Winsome West Apartments, right where you need to be. Excellence is not found in the grand moments, but in the small day-to-day efforts. Customer service endures long after the prices change. Call Colleen for all your insurance needs at 702-399-2227.
As for me, I'll catch you when you fall. Catch you when you fall. 'Cause your fall was just a stumble. Life is not through.
From your business card to your complete marketing package, we can get you the lowest prices and the highest quality available on everything you print, market, or mail. To make your first impression a great impression, call Ideal Image at 702-505-1310. If you're tired of trying to lose weight, wait no more. HCG is one of the best ways in which people can lose weight rapidly and, most importantly, safely. HCG has been formulated into inexpensive drops rather than through the painful and expensive series of daily injections. For more information on how you can lose 1 to 2 pounds a day, call us at 888-803-7661 or check out our website at www.yourhcgweightloss.com. The Corner for Success Charitable Foundation presents the C4S Girls Club. It's a 14-week life skills program for girls between the ages of 9 and 14. It's a fun place where girls can learn how to deal with peer pressure and avoid drugs and alcohol and teen pregnancy and much, much more. Check out our website at www.c4sfoundation.org. For more information, give us a call at 888-803-7661.
Welcome back. Thanks so much for staying with us. We've had a delightful time sitting here with Toni Vaz. Toni, I really do appreciate you sitting down with us and talking about the amazing life that you've had. And you say 89 young?
89 young.
Oh my goodness. At 89 years old, I hope and pray that I'm in this good of shape. I mean, really and truly.
I've been blessed.
Yeah, and maybe it's the life that you've led and the good that you've done to others and that came back to you. You think?
Yes.
Well, let's talk a little bit about, with you being in the entertainment industry, who are some of the people that you've worked with over the years?
I work with such fantastic people, but let's go back. I'm going pretty far back.
Sure.
There's a lady like Juanita Moore, who was fabulous. She just called me the other day, and I think Juanita's 98.
Oh my
And she was the one in Imitation of Life.
Oh, yeah.
You see, and then I work with, and I know people like Dorothy Dandridge and her family. You know, I remember when Dorothy passed away, how they were looking for her sister. Most people don't know that Dorothy had a sister who was also a singer.
Oh, really?
Okay, I work with people like, I stood in for Diane Carroll on movies. I stood in for Eartha Kitt, Ruby Dee, some of the most fantastic people. Of course, I work with Sidney Poitier and Sammy Davis, and you know, Bill Cosby and people like that. You know, it was very interesting. I had a nice, interesting life. I did a lot of traveling. I've been in over 45 countries. I had a great time in doing that, and I'm ready to now to enjoy myself, relaxing. My people come from Barbados, and I go back and forth just about every year. I visit them in Barbados, and I enjoy myself there.
Okay. Well, I can't imagine that after all this time and all the things that you've done, that you will actually sit down and do nothing.
Getting a little tired now.
Getting a little tired.
A little tired, but I'm still enjoying what's left. I still go out a lot of different places. Whenever anyone calls me, I'm there. That's why I'm here with you.
Yes, and I am so pleased that you did that.
Thank you.
Because this is information. This is a part of history. It's a part of legacy that most people are not privy to. And the fact that you took the time out of your life to come share it, and so that all of our viewers, all the masses, may now have a glimpse into the world of Toni Vaz. We thank you.
I thank you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's it for today. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you tune in next week and every week, because you never know who I'm going to have on the show. Oftentimes, we'll surprise you. Today was definitely a surprise, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you would like to know more about who we are and what we do, please go to our website at www.cornerforsuccess.com. As I say today and always, success is a choice. And I said this in another show, it doesn't matter where you start, but it matters where you finish. And that really is the import, because the things that she experienced in her life may have stopped you, may have stumbled you, and you say, boy, I can't live with that, I can't do that. But the fact of the matter is, you can. So, success is a choice that we all make. Change your mind, change your life.